President William Ruto on Tuesday welcomed the United Nations Security Council's approval of the Kenyan-led multinational security support mission in Haiti, promising that the historic operation will succeed.
On the 21st of September, I stood before the General Assembly of the United Nations to express the case for the United Nations Security Council to deliver a framework that would facilitate the deployment of a multinational security support mission to Haiti as part of a holistic multilateral response to the challenges faced by the nation. We have always stood ready and willing to do our part to bring peace, security, and stability. This is why we cannot turn away from Haiti.
Ruto said the resolution was an overdue and critical instrument to define the multinational mission, which he said would leave a different footprint in the history of international intervention in Haiti.
We express our determination that this mission will provide a different footprint in the history of international interventions in Haiti and emphasize that it is aimed solely at providing an appropriate environment for the leadership of both the political and civil society sectors to usher in stability, development, and democratic governance through a political framework owned and driven by the people of Haiti. The resolution marks an important moment in the history of global multilateralism as we engage in international collective action that places human security and dignity at the same level as state security and sovereignty, and enables the nations of the world to discharge a collective moral duty of securing justice and security for all peoples of all nations. The mission is also mandated to secure the country's critical infrastructure, including air and seaports, as well as other vital transit arteries and intersections. I welcome the resolution as an overdue and critical instrument to define the multinational mission. This mission is a fundamental intervention to provide the necessary conditions for Haiti to consolidate its development and governance. It is therefore absolutely essential that resources as well as operational scope available to the UN team as well as other humanitarian and development actors on the ground in Haiti be appropriately reinforced. The situation in Haiti demands, as a matter of humanitarian consideration, moral responsibility, and fundamental justice, that actions be scaled up significantly to meet the demands of emergency relief, humanitarian aid, support for livelihoods, and major interventions in public health and environmental protection. As we look forward to the imminent COP28, I also call for the attention of states, international organizations, philanthropies, and other institutions to attend to the severe environmental degradation in Haiti, which calls out for the urgent mobilization of collective action.
The head of state further added that the mission's sole objective is to provide an appropriate environment for the leadership, both political and civil, to usher in stability, development, and democratic governance through a political framework owned and driven by the Haitian people.
Doing nothing in the face of the human suffering is therefore absolutely out of question. Our firm position as African peoples has been for the international community to rally together in global collective action in pursuit of just and positive ends. For this reason, we must never forget that Haiti's troubles were inflicted through the improvident policies of colonial retaliation, which underpinned the continuity of atrocities spanning slave trade to colonialism, post-colonial crimes, and outright injustice.
This confirms that the mission will have peacemaking characteristics with the aim of pacifying the Caribbean nation to ensure that governance is resorted.
This is a mission for humanity, which connects boldly and directly with the founding principles of the United Nations and affirms our shared hope that justice is finally coming to the people of Haiti, who have borne the brunt of colonial plunder and repression, as well as post-colonial retaliation and exploitation, leaving them vulnerable to geological, climatic, and epidemic calamities. This moment also affirms the Pan-African commitment to our continent's unity, together with the African Union's policy of solidarity with the African diaspora in observance of our sacred duty towards our own flesh and blood, carried into captivity to suffer in chains in a world far away from home, and punished most severely over the centuries for claiming for themselves freedom, the most basic right of every human being. Our nation possesses excellent international peace mediating, peacemaking, peace building, and peacekeeping credentials. From East Timor and the former Yugoslavia to Eritrea and Angola, all the way to Sierra Leone.
This comes after the United Nations Security Council on Monday voted to send a multinational force in Haiti led by Kenya to help combat violent gangs in the troubled Caribbean country.
The provisional agenda for this meeting is the question concerning Haiti. The agenda is adopted. The Council is ready to proceed to the vote on the draft resolution before it. I shall put the draft resolution to the vote now. Will those in favor of the draft resolution contained in document S/2023/709 please raise their hand? Those against? Abstentions?
The resolution drafted by the United States was approved with 13 votes in favor and 2 abstentions from China and Russia Federation.
The result of the voting is as follows: 13 votes in favor, 2 abstentions, no votes against. The draft resolution has been adopted as Resolution 2699/2023.
The resolution authorizes the force to deploy for 1 year, with a review after 9 months, making the first time a force is deployed in Haiti since the UN-approved mission nearly 20 years ago.
This mission comes at the request of the Haitian government and Haitian civil society to address the insecurity and dire humanitarian crisis the country has faced for far too long. The deployment of this mission will help to support Haiti's critical near-term needs and to foster the security conditions necessary for the country to advance long-term stability. I'd like to thank Ecuador as the penholder for its tireless work. The resolution makes clear the MSS mission will operate in strict compliance with international law and include dedicated expertise in anti-gang operations, community-oriented policing, children and women's protection, and preventing and responding to sexual and gender-based violence.
In a statement shortly after United Nations Security Council voted to allow Kenyan troops into the Caribbean country, Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary Alfred Mutua said that the move to deploy Kenyan police to Haiti is not only about peace and security, but also rebuilding Haiti.
Haiti looked around and said, Kenya, please help us. Then it does many other countries, they came to Kenya. They said, Kenya, you have a history of helping other nations. Kenya, you are very good at doing it. Kenya, your brothers and sisters. Planning in our end has already started. We even started teaching some of our key police officers French so they can be able to communicate with our people when they get there. So we are planning for our brothers and sisters in Haiti. We get when the whistle is blown, we'll be there to help our people.
Ruto'S said that it would also mark the beginning of a new chapter for the citizens of Haiti.
We are looking at 2 to 3 months, we'll be in Haiti helping our people. If it takes long, maybe in early January, but that depends with what happens in the United Nations Security Council, where the debate and the discussion is going on to pass a resolution. But we are committed.
Kenya's government has previously proposed sending 1,000 police officers.
We've already started planning our logistics. We had a very good meeting this morning with the police where they were able to tell us about their planning model, the equipment that is required, the personnel that is required. So planning in our end has already started.
Last month, United States President Joe Biden promised to provide logistics and $100 million to support the Kenyan-led force. Sandra Kidamani, Maisha Prime, Maisha Television.